After Christy's death, we were in just terrible shape, personally and as a family, and trying to find help, an affordable help. We met other people that were going through the same thing, and we found a common thread was being able to talk to other people who knew what a broken heart from the death of a loved one was about. The people in grief feel like zebras in a herd of horses, except that the horses cannot see your stripes, and so they think you're a horse. And so you'll hear people come in the office sometimes where people say the expression, I need to be with some zebras, I need to talk with the zebra, because the horses are still talking about horse things, and I can relate to a certain degree, but there's other things that zebras need that horses can't provide.
All of our services are free. People can come as much as they want, or they can come as little as they want. We found often that people will come to our group, but they're really not ready for it, and then they'll wait, and then they decide to come back once they've felt comfortable.
We found the Christi Center after my husband died in February of 2006, and we've been coming since then. My kids were 6, 4, and 18 months old. They were sad and angry and didn't really understand, and we were just kind of lost and didn't know, it was a really hard time in our lives. And when we first started coming, they didn't want to come. They would hide underneath the sofas in the annex, and they would fuss and not want to participate, but eventually their grief would come out through their artwork.
Call me Hope. No, call me Captain America.
Well, she wanted us to come here to express our grief and not bottle it up inside of us. It helped me not be as angry at the world and towards other people. It still helps to have friends that you can talk to here and tell them what happened and listen to their stories. There's other people going through the same situation as me, and it helps me get through my day, but still remember that he did die.
We've found that hope, and we understand that other people feel the same way that we felt when we were going through our grief. So.
I check on her about 9:30, and then I go take my shower, and then when I come out, she's I just see her feet in the closet. She used to oftentimes pray in the closet, so I thought that's what she was doing. But as I got closer, she had hung herself with a scarf. They worked on her for 50 minutes, and then they pronounced her dead by 11 a.m. I kind of got a bit of thoughts to kill my damn self right there. And then I was here about 8 days later. It's like home for me, I was in AA for many years in early life, and so I just automatically make coffee, and they like it that I'm doing it here for them too. So, oh, we got our barista, they call me the barista, I felt like these folks were like family, they cared, they were genuine. Ain't nobody knows about this stuff other than folks that have been through it, Saved my life, basically this place saved my life. It's been like a transformation, and I needed to come, but now I come because I want to.
On June 11th, 2008, my world changed drastically when my 20-year-old daughter, Christina, was in an automobile accident. You feel so alone and isolated, and no one really can relate to you. I knew 3 weeks after my daughter passed away that this was not a journey I was going to be able to do by myself, that I needed help. And so I started coming to the Christi Center. From the first meeting, I felt right away that connection with the other moms, that they didn't know me, but they knew exactly how my broken heart felt. They knew my pain and my devastation.
This is her guitar because she played the guitar. Here are the orchids because she loved the orchids. The little dachshund at the bottom was the little puppy that she had in the accident. The blue stones represent her blue eyes. And the halo represents her ascension into heaven.
3 years ago, I started facilitating the Moms Loss of a Child group. And not that I'm healed, but I find that reaching out and helping others also, in turn, helps my grief. Being there and giving others that hope that, look at me, it's been 6 years, I'm still here. You know, I survived, and you will too. I think it's just what my daughter would want me to do.
I met Susan and Don Cox when I worked for City of Austin. They were doing memorial groves by Town Lake back in the 90s. And they had needs for parkland, and I had a park. So we went and looked at our biggest and best park, Old Settlers, that at that time didn't have a whole lot of trees, and we decided in the fall of 2001 we planted our first memorial grove. The trees have a special meaning for the grieving family, and so they would often come to visit those trees, and just as if they went to visit their loved ones. They would kind of sit there quietly. I would sometimes recognize them, or they would recognize me, introduce themselves, and they would share, and they would cry and laugh, telling me these little stories, and they would say, I wish you two met, you would like my kid. It changes your perspective, really, definitely for a day, if not for a week and longer.
For people that continue to come, they get to a point where they want to give back, and that's the total reward, I believe, of peer support, is that people will continue to come and give back to others. It's a dark journey, and often after a death, you feel totally hopeless. But they see light at the end of it, and the gift of this program is giving back how much I received at the very first from Don and Susan.